I'm Marty Gear being here with middleweight, welterweight fighter out of Dethrone base camp, Chris Honeycutt. Thank you for taking some time before your practice here, answering some questions. We're a little over a week away from your fight. Have you figured out who your opponent is yet?
Not his name or anything. I just call the promoter from time to time and make sure that there's still an opponent there.
Is it nerve-wracking not knowing who your opponent is?
It's not knowing about the opponent itself, it's just knowing if there is an opponent. Because my first fight, I went through several opponents, and the one actually the day of backed out, and someone took a fight on a half hour's notice. So I'm hoping that it goes a little more smoothly this time.
Yeah, can you explain a little more in detail? I think your opponent was actually playing video games when you got the phone call 30 minutes before your fight?
Well, according to him, he told someone that he was watching Netflix with his wife, and he asked for an extra 10 minutes to warm up after arriving, which is no problem. I'm just happy to get that fight in.
Yeah, speaking of him, you dominated him in your pro debut earlier in the year. This being your second fight now, do you feel more or less anxious?
Well, now I got the first one on my belt, so now it was a shorter fight, but nonetheless, it was to get the ball rolling, and hopefully now I can kind of get fights in, a few fights here in the next couple of months, and not need so much break in between, and I know what I need to work on, so the bigger picture is kind of coming into play now.
That's good. And last year when I spoke to you when we had an interview, your 2013 plans, you want to be part of the Bellator Fighting Championship by year's end. Is this still realistic for you?
Well, either Bellator, UFC, or any big promotion. I would like to have something signed by the end of the 2013.
How's camp preparations been for this fight?
It's real good. I mean, having Koscheck and Salter and LeVar Johnson and other great fighters at the gym, just their presence alone is motivation.
Now, after May 11th, do you have any fights lined up?
I believe that there's another one on July 20th back down in Palm Springs, where I had my pro debut.
Now, what's the biggest improvement you've seen in your game since day one?
I stand up. My wrestling kind of stays the same. I do this my whole life, so I'm getting better at boxing. It's an area I'm focusing on more, and my positioning in jiu-jitsu has gotten a lot better.
Good. Is there anything you'd like to share before I let you go?
When's my third fight? Fourth fight.
All right, thanks, Chris. Good luck on May 11th.
Thanks.